Hey,
Welcome.
welcome back to episode 3 of Outside the Wire, a SEAL Team Rewatch podcast with yours truly, Jazz
And
and
me,
Julie.
Julie.
We hope you've had a chance to catch up on episodes 1 and 2 of SEAL Team and hope you enjoyed our commentary. And we're going to keep this party rolling. Today, we are going to be covering episode 3 Boarding Party. Jason and the team must rescue a group of researchers being held hostage on a ship in the South China Sea. Also, Clay is ranked in the bottom 5 of his class, jeopardizing his future as a SEAL. Ooh.
Aw. I like this one because they have some really great Mandy scenes. So
Oh yeah, there's some good Mandy scenes. I also think is this the episode where we get to know Sunny, I think a little bit more on a
and
deeper
his
level,
fears,
which really I think we mentioned like 2 episodes. I think we mentioned last episode that he's such a light of humor in this
yeah.
show, and I think this episode showcases that quite a bit.
And it
But
showcases a little more of Savis too, I think, the Lisa
oh
and Sam
yes,
relationships. I
baby
love that for the Savis
Savis.
fans.
It's funny, like Sonny and Davis, so that's what Savis is. I feel like I don't know if at the beginning I really picked up on Savis per se. I don't know if I really picked up like in the very beginning them being romantically involved. I thought they were
Yeah,
like
great
great
friends.
friends and a
Yeah.
great connection. And then
I think
later
it came
on,
later, don't you think?
I think so too. I feel like in the beginning, outside of like, okay, we had Ray and Naima, we know like their relationship. They introduced us to Clay and Stella, and then we have like, well, we have Jason and Alana
Alana.
as technically the relationship, but like Jason and Mandy were coming off the screen for you and I at least. um, but then
Well,
like
and they're
yeah,
still professional. There's just an underlying chemistry with Jason and Mandy because he's
yeah,
obviously married.
oh yeah. I mean, it's like I said. I think as we go on in the series, you'll see like I think he, Mandy becomes that one person who's going to understand fully as a significant other what Bravo One is, and you'll find out
Sure.
about like almost 3 seasons later just how much these guys connect on a level of like what they think their job is and what they like kind of the guilt they shoulder as well.
Well, and I think we see shades of that with Alana, to be honest. Even in this episode, we're going to see here in a few minutes that she talks about, you can't tell me, can you? But you used to tell me, you used to confide in me. And I think that he used to have that kind of relationship with Alana, not to the extent of Mandy, because obviously she was on missions with him. But I think that when Bravo 1 became Bravo 1 and he separated Jason Hayes from Bravo 1 to a larger degree, that Alana kind of got stuck in that ravine that created.
Yeah, and I mean, you mentioned becoming Bravo One, which 4 seasons into the fourth season, we actually kind of get a backstory to
Right.
the
Spoiler alert.
how, yeah, how it kind of came about. Like, they
Right.
did some amazing like flashback things, and I mean, yeah, it is interesting because I mean,
Explains a
we
lot.
we mentioned it in the last couple episodes too. It's very interesting how Jason comes home versus like Ray, and
Right.
the relationship, and you'll see, I think, with even Clay and Stella, like it's different. I mean, I
Sure.
think they
He
have
carries a
their
heavy
yeah.
burden.
I mean, they have their way of communicating and talking about the job, but like Jason just has this such separated
And I think he has
voice.
to because he feels responsible for the men under his command to such an extent that he is their sheepdog, whatever, how they call him that. And he's the one that takes care of them, brings them home safe. And so he's got to completely focus on that. And then when he comes home, he's trying to focus on his family, but it's just not the same. He's checked out. So
Yeah,
I think Alana really brings that home. And you'll see that in this episode a little bit too. You
definitely.
ready?
All right, so we're gonna do our little countdown. 3, 2, 1, play.
The previouslys. I love that they show that explosion every previously. It was so good.
They cover so much in a previously on.
And they still focus on Nate's death quite a bit too.
Yeah, it's just,
And Julie, can't forget the Julie
yeah, we
can
can't
runner.
forget Julie. We're always going to give Julie a mention
That's right. That's right.
before they stop mentioning her. It's so interesting to watch. Like, we were like on Jason, now we're on Clay, and
Yeah. You're on chalk team. Poor Clay.
so we found out at the end of last episode Clay was on the bottom 5. He wasn't eliminated, but he's there on that list.
The Adam look. The stare.
Oh, this one of those eerie beginnings.
Yeah, with the happy beach music.
Yacht rock? Is this yacht rock?
And you know it's not going to last long.
Oh my god. Ugh. Now I'm
Oh, she
thinking of
looks like she's on vacation, kind of. With a microscope.
right. I loved the beginning of this series and how we started off these ops with like a complete like setup to what we're gonna go look at. Everything's gonna be fine, you guys.
Yeah.
I'm sure of it.
Maybe find out they're scientists with, getting samples, but it's not going to end well.
We got a lot of sample going on for a second episode in a row.
Yeah.
Oh, they're
Oh,
engaged.
it's flirty and cute.
Oh,
Gunfire. That can't be good.
I mean, have you ever like looked up about like pirates out on the sea though? Like it's crazy.
I know. I wrote a whole book about it, actually, and there's crazy amounts of stuff we never hear about.
She's a lot braver than me. I'd be like freaking
Yeah.
out.
The helicopter.
Ah, your Hilo.
I know. I do love those.
And we're home.
Jason's.
Jason with this truck.
You know
This
he
is
would be a truck guy.
this is clearly not advertising for the. I think it's a Chevy truck here or whatever.
American flag. He just looks so young to me there.
Oh, I love this home scene with Jason.
Emma.
Emma is
Basically
such
ready.
Emma is such Jason Hayes' daughter.
Yeah. And so realistic for a teenager, too. Wait for school.
We love you too, Emma. It's not just your homeroom teacher.
My homeroom teacher loves me. I'll be 2 seconds. Sure.
It's always
Very
interesting
good.
how Jason is so like mission like.
Yeah. Even with the family. Got the
Used my
keys
keys.
still. Reach doors for a living.
Boom. Oh.
The toolbox.
Oh,
Ooh, Nate has a burner phone.
Ooh, look at how Alana is reacting.
Yeah.
Isn't it interesting how the conclusion she's jumping to, but how Jason's like.
Yeah.
Although internally you've got to be freaking out, right? Like. I think his thought is Nate was not having an affair, but there's a little voice in the back of your head that goes,
That's
could
what
I
she
be wrong?
says. Here, she says something so cool right here. There was a time you would have told me, That's what she's reacting to because he used to confide in her and now he doesn't.
There was a time you would have told me,
Almost as if the brotherhood has overtaken,
Yeah.
precedence in life.
And she can't share him. It's interesting because Hawaii Five-O had a big thing with a toolbox at the same time that
Oh, they
this toolbox thing.
did. That
Yeah,
isn't that how the whole
Steve
series like began?
Steve
Yeah.
McGarrett's dad left a clue thing and all of his toolbox tool things.
A lot of grown-up stuff.
Yeah,
Jason, she's like a teenager, not 5.
yeah. Oh boy,
Look at Brian. Brian is
he would have made a great addition to the team. It's funny how much they're watching this chalk team. He's so anti-Clay at the beginning. Raise the level head.
Jason.
Triple my
Jason's like,
rep.
I'm still the best, okay?
Yeah, don't forget, Ray.
I love how Ray eggs him on though.
Yeah, I'd be the guy in the stretcher. It's like, can you carry me? Can't run anymore, guys. This is
Oh
why
my
I'm not a
god, don't
SEAL.
slam me down like that though.
Yeah, gently, gently.
Precious cargo.
Run it again.
Yeah, I'll pass on running it again. Once again, I'm watching this and I'm like, I feel exhausted. I feel like I'm breathing heavily with them.
Yeah. And he's overcompensating because he was in the bottom
And
five.
when you think about it in a job like this, overcompensating can be dangerous.
Mandy.
I just love the briefing room scenes.
She's so pretty.
I
How do we know anyone took it? We think it's been taken.
So they were able to get a call. The boat was able to get some sort of like SOS call out. Oh, look at Mandy's face.
That's a serious face.
There is just something about these briefing room scenes and the way they talk about it on a plant. It just flows.
Mm-hmm.
And that is all on the actors too.
Well, and there's so much information to get to the audience, and they do it so seamlessly.
Mandy knows her op.
And Lisa's backing it up.
So, let's put this in perspective. I mean, we don't even know between the first moment we saw that boat to now, like how much time has passed, and all of a sudden they are like
They're on it. Another colleague.
Well, I mean, she can't do it all on her own.
They have more than one expert on piracy.
Wow, you got more than one expert on Southeast Asia piracy.
How do we get that job too?
I know, right?
We want to know how to build models and be a piracy expert.
And now the experts are always like these nerdy guys, Dr. Death and this guy. Smart.
It's probably because they just sit behind a desk and like no one ever they don't go out into the field much.
But when Jason stands next to them, I mean, I'll just stop right there.
Couple 2-stars battling it out.
Cake eaters, what can you do with them?
And it's really interesting too, like to hear how much battling is going on. Like, again, how much time has passed? How much time do you have? And then does it turn into you're just recovering bodies? Like every second counts. What a change to now be back at the bulkhead.
I think that's why Jason hates the cake eaters the most too, is because he wants to get out there and get moving and save these people. And
right. It's like, well, you think about that whole briefing, right? And it's like, we have the intel, we know our info, like we're ready to go. Like, just give us the go.
Greenlight us.
But it's egos fighting at the top of like, I want credit and blah blah blah.
Yeah. I'm a 2-star, respect me. Poor Clay's pouting, and Brian's trying to cheer him up.
Brian was such a good friend
He
for
really
Clay.
was. I wonder if Brian and Clay had made it on the team, if his relationship with Sunny would have been different.
Who would get the pretty boy like nicknames?
Yeah, true. He's the truth teller for Clay.
I love when we have characters do some hardcore truth telling.
Yeah. I mean, Brian's not hard to look at.
I would take Brian over Clay, just saying.
That might be a hard choice for me. Maybe if Clay didn't speak.
Oh, that's funny.
He's so pretty to look at. He truly is. And he's a good guy, we know in the end. But in the beginning, he's just so full of himself sometimes. Oh,
Oh,
Stella. So
Stella.
sad. He didn't follow up.
She doesn't, you don't strike me as someone that would be like. So,
Maybe,
like, oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, maybe they have Clay act like this in the beginning so they can give him a really great growth arc. So then we all love him by the end. That could be.
So, okay, she mentions, like, are you not allowed to say you're a SEAL? So, like, are you? You're not allowed to tell people you're a SEAL, correct? Other than your immediate, like,
Well, he says that he's allowed to say. He tells her he's allowed to say. So maybe it's just when you're on the top tier team running classified ops, you can't say.
that's true. Okay.
Because
I
there's
mean,
plenty of SEALs. There's different levels of SEAL
right.
teams.
I mean, I guess even when you get to like the top tier outside of, I mean, I guess your family knows you're a SEAL, but like they don't know, no.
Right.
Regardless, you can't
Missions.
tell people anything, anyways.
Right, right.
She spends a lot of time at a bar that's like supposedly very military Navy heavy.
Well, and he calls her on that. It's like, don't you have a bar closer to your house? And she said, yeah, I have one 15 minutes away. It's like, why is she coming here unless she's a frog hog?
Frog hog.
Which they talk about here.
Clay is just taking out his
Yeah.
frustrations on everyone.
A little bit rude and abrupt there.
Oh, she's hurt though. It's
Yeah,
kind of like a defense mechanism.
right.
Oh, we got a model of a ship.
Model.
I love Davis.
I know. My job to pack your parachutes.
Careful, Sonny.
Gonna write
Jason,
her
she packs my chute up too. I'm not writing her up.
up. Jason's no dummy.
Sonny, do you know how
Jo-
dumb it is to join the Navy if you don't like the water? It's just not my first. Oh my god, there's
He's
so much
defensive.
humor to quote here.
I love whoever wrote Sunny. They were so on point.
I mean, I've got to believe Sonny is based off someone they know. Like, how do you come up with these? Or like a variety of people.
Yeah.
They're like, you know what? Let's just throw all these weird phobias and like superstitious stuff on him.
I'm still kind of hung up on the model thing though. It's like, hey, we have a mission coming up with this kind of ship. Can you quickly build a model? Or we have a terrorist hideout. Here's the specs. Quickly build a model.
Sonny's trying to give another alternative, but I like that Sonny put in his say too.
Yeah, and they listen to him. They don't, make fun of his ideas necessarily.
I mean, the
Definitely
details
slippery.
like Lisa mentioning, like, they've been at sea, so it's going to be slippery on the deck. Once again,
No
easy
big
peasy.
deal. Easy day. But he's staring at the model.
See, even David Boreanaz staring at a model looks really cool.
And by model, we mean the life-size model of the ship.
Yes.
Not life-size. You know what I'm talking about here.
Yes.
It's been a long day.
We're on the same page.
We're on the same page here, aren't we?
Have a little race and talk.
They did a lot of talks down this little stretchway. So now Jason is asking about tracking a phone.
Nate. Let Nate have
Ray's
his
like,
secrets,
you think Ray is, and Ray's just kind of like, you think Nate is alive? He's not. What? Breakdancing Pepsi ad?
Does Ray's shirt seem tighter than Jason's shirt?
Okay, I think Neil is like prone to wearing tighter shirts. I swear, it does look tighter. I think
mean,
like Jason shows enough, and normally Neil's shirts or Ray's shirts are always much more like fitted.
More fitted, more definition.
Because I know Neil likes to post his workout stuff, and it's always like his shoulders and everything.
The man is fit.
It's the Lord's
It's
car.
the Lord's car.
Oh my god.
So funny. Something in the car. Can't tell me what it is. She does not believe them.
Is there pornography?
Ray saves the day. He knows his Psalms.
This is when we really, I think, get a glimpse to how religious Ray is as well.
True. Another aspect to the character.
Jason's like, what do I need to do here? My charm's not working.
He's got his plaid on.
Acceptable plaid?
Well, the t-shirt matches, so yes, we'll go with that. Am I being a little shallow this episode?
What?
I'm being a little shallow this episode.
It's okay. I think we're allowed to. I mean, how do we not? I mean, like I said before, they gave us a whole show of good-looking guys. Like, how do we not observe things?
Yes, we're just appreciating the beauty before us. What were you going to say about the pen?
I was saying, like, it's two schoolboys, like,
oh yeah,
and the principal's office. We didn't do it. We didn't do it. So we got an address in Norfolk, but what's in Norfolk?
The ship has disappeared. Mandy's worried.
How does a ship just disappear?
Especially a big ship. Her thinking face.
That's the, oh crap.
And the big nice shot of the model.
And we got a buzz. Are we greenlit to go?
Hurry up.
It's almost like we should give these guys sirens to get to the base.
Yeah.
The
Pirates
set
disabled.
The set they use for their plane is just awesome.
It truly is.
Too big.
Yeah.
About the size of the continental United States, give or take Ohio.
The size of the continental United States, give or take Ohio. Yeah,
which is kind of funny.
Does someone not like Ohio on the show?
Yeah. Like, why pick Ohio?
Is it a sports rivalry thing?
I love how she's spitballing and thinking things out, and she's really getting information from everyone around her, the expert, from Eric. She's really, pooling her resources to figure this out.
So right there, as she's talking, we have Jason in his hammock, like sleeping. I think it's always interesting how they do like one or the other in the background of each other for Jandy.
Yeah.
I don't know if that shot means like Jason isn't really asleep and he's listening to her like spitball.
Maybe her voice soothes him to sleep.
Maybe.
She is in his ear a lot in his
Look
earpiece.
at her. Look at her. She figured it out.
And she speaks Filipino.
I'm a little jealous of all she's achieved.
I know, right? She's the perfect package. Except for, all the guilt and everything she goes through mentally.
But she's got Jason with her, so it's all good. They balance each other out.
Back to green team. And it's nice that it's kind of green colored, so we know.
I think it's kind of funny. Like the first minute you see this scene, you're kind of like, "Oh, okay, we're infiltrating." And you're like, "Oh, wait, we're on green team again."
Yeah. They just get to the exciting part with Jason's team, and we're back to colors.
They pique our interest and then pivot.
Oh, this is so sad. The foreshadowing when he jumps on the grenade, and then we know what happens later on. It's like, oh.
Spoiler alert. Remember this scene.
Oh, Adam giving him grief.
I think, though, Adam at one point led whatever team Clay was on.
My teammate.
Interesting how Bravo team is going out to save some hostage, and these guys are doing a hostage, like practicing.
Drill. Yep. Oh, sad.
Oh man, if only we knew back when we watched this episode what was going to happen.
No. You think the writers did that on purpose? Like, oh hey, remember this scene? Let's write that.
They had to have tabled the idea. It had to be something in the works somewhere of like, we need to hold this here.
Gilligan's Island. Even
Mandy chuckled.
Gonna announce themselves to the world, this terrorist organization. Getting all their gear ready while they're talking. Multitaskers.
World's deadliest sharks. Look at Sonny. He is
eaten by sharks.
Gotta assume. Sonny is not afraid of sharks, you guys.
I'm afraid of a little fish. They're laughing.
He's like,
you think I'm afraid of some stupid ass fish?
Yes.
Yeah, I do.
Absolutely.
Unbelievable.
The Brotherhood is so funny.
did you bring it? Did you bring it? What did she bring? What did Lisa bring? Oh my god.
The magnets will protect him from the shark.
The teeny tiny magnets. Shark repellent.
I see the officer training school.
This storyline has started.
On the third episode.
But they don't really bring it back full force until later on in season 2.
True.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's putting a lot of faith in that bracelet.
I just love how everyone keeps looking at Sonny.
Yeah. little stress relief.
You're about to go dive into some waters, and we're having a conversation about whether or not we should investigate Nate's phone.
Yeah. Even though Nate's gone, he sure plays a pivotal role in these first episodes.
I think Ray's opinion is very interesting here too. He's like, he's gone, like we should just let his secrets die with him. And I think that's like fair to a degree, right? Like, but then at the same time, my curiosity would get the better of me.
So would he lie to Alana and just let it go? I don't think he can. Maybe.
Our OG havoc of Mandy, Blackburn, and Lisa.
Love to see it.
Mandy and Lisa.
I don't know. They have such a good friendship.
They
rubbing off on her.
I love how like Lisa commented on Mandy and she looks up to her.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
That can't be good.
So we've got hostiles, but they cannot talk to the boys because the boys' comms are not working.
They're underwater. With the sharks. Just kidding.
I think I saw one.
Maybe his bracelet did repel the sharks.
I know. So you guys, we can't hate on Sunny for this.
That's right.
I'm gonna go buy one now if I ever go into the ocean. Someone from the show contact me exactly which one I should get.
Yeah.
I think
what a cool shot.
I think a lot of these like water and like, water op type things, there's a bunch of ports I think in the LA area they've used, and like they did a fantastic job using what they have in LA to like make it seem so real.
I just love the cinematography here.
And the music to coincide with it. Well, they figured out that there's hostiles.
Surprise! More people to the party.
Okay, let's observe here if what Jason's hair is going to look like once he's out of the water. Because I swear, his hair is like nicely perfect styled once they're on the boat. He's got magic.
Yeah.
Hold on, guys. Give me 15 minutes to do my hair before we breach.
Yeah. Maybe it's just that good. It just springs back into place.
I guess. I need David Boreanaz's hair like routine or something.
Maybe he uses like a special mousse or something.
Maybe. That's what happens when people don't RSVP.
Oh, that's a good one.
Quick and dirty.
Let's do this quick and dirty.
My two favorite words, quick and dirty.
I'm not going to comment on that. But I did think of something.
Well, Sonny said it was his two favorite words, so take that for what it's worth.
We'll let it go with that.
Careful, don't make a sound.
Oh. They're so sneaky.
I like how we have just enough like of the banging noises to be like, oh my god, is that the move that's gonna...
Yeah, what's gonna tip them off? So you'd think they'd be really watchful in port, but maybe not.
Yeah, we got that. Hey, don't give Papa Blackburn attitude.
Yeah. You're grounded.
I feel like Blackburn could try, but would Jason obey?
He just gives him the look, like, Jason, come on.
I'm disappointed in you, son. Too bad we never got really much more history about like how Blackburn got connected to Bravo and like his history maybe with Jason. That was one thing of the series we never really got into.
Yeah. We missed so many origin stories. If we ever do the movie, maybe we'll allude to that. Give us some more background.
I'm all for the movie. I don't care if David Boreanaz even thinks that, like, he's kind of been like, oh yeah, like, Jason may not be there. I'm like, nope, he's there. You can't tell me otherwise. I don't want to spoil the series ending for you guys, but
Yeah, stop right there. Stop right there.
uh-oh.
It's getting serious now.
The ship's waking up because everyone knows we're there.
I love the action parts.
Jason and his perfect hair moving along.
When did it get perfect? Right when they got on the ship?
Pretty much, I think. I don't think I mean,
None of them look
look
like
at
they were
it. It's
wet.
like spiked up and nice. It's like he took a quick, he's like, hold on. I want the hostages to, like, you know, want to
Yeah, that's
impress
right.
the bad guys.
In case there's a camera there.
Maybe bad hair with good hair makes like a hostile look at you for that 1 second and be like, wow, and then boom, you take him out.
Yeah. Blind them with the good lookingness.
I wrote a fan letter to David Boreanaz a couple years ago, I think, and like I sent him a little keychain, and in there I called him like David Perfect Hair Boreanaz. So I'm like, I addressed the letter that way. I was like, I hope he finds this funny. Once again, the formation is like, I think that was Full Metal we just saw.
So well done.
Oh yeah, Alpha 1 is Full Metal, who I think was some sort of special operator in real life. I mean, I don't know anything about training, but to me, these guys look like they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Oh, what a shot in the plane, though.
Going down.
And Tyler Gray, he was a former special operator. Oh no, we got a hostage.
Got one of them. Of course, it's a guy that's engaged to be married, so the one we really
We gotta threaten both of them.
Bravo 4.
Boats are 1 mic out. 1 mic too far. It's such close quarters, like, combat on this ship, you know? Oh, I love this shot of Jason as they're looking up. There's a moment where he turns to the camera and you're like...
Trying to work the problem.
His brain just... Ooh. It's that look again. Oh, I love this part.
Oh no. It's that look again. It's not the only way in.
That's what we should rate this time, the Jason serious looks. Which
The
one
Jason's,
is the favorite?
I've got the Jason Hayes, I got an idea look.
Yeah.
That's definitely one of my top favorites of the series, though. They're not?
What?
Maybe Sonny can work his kumbaya skills and get them to be friends. Oh, this is cool what
This
Jason's
is so
about to do,
cool.
going down the side of the ship to get an angle inside that room. I love how, too, you see, like the kind of, like, the muzzle or whatever, the bullet, like, coming at them.
Yeah.
Can
Hurry it up,
make the
Jason,
shot?
in other words.
Isn't it interesting? Didn't we talk about when they were watching Clay train something about Jason and his shot taking skills?
Yeah.
And here we are. He's about to do one through the window. I love
Here's
it.
scary shock. See if he makes a mistake. The hostage is dead.
Oh, he got it.
Did we ever doubt Jason Hayes?
No. I love the amazing, again, the camera angles. Like, we're on Jason's perspective. We got a perspective of seeing him inside the room, outside the room. It's like you get a full 360 experience.
Always. And it just feels like you're right there in the action, which is what I'm sure they meant to do.
Oh my gosh, there's so much gunfire going on right now. The last time we got on one of these boats, someone died. No one better die.
Let's hustle it, people.
Yes, I agree. Go, go, go.
Nobody played a hero except Jason Hayes.
And not one bullet is going to sink that boat.
Well, the bad guys are always terrible shots. I mean, they're taking like
thank
3,000,
God for that.
shots.
Oh, is that our backup? That's our backup.
Finally.
Jeez, you could have been here like 2 minutes ago.
They're all rescued.
It's that quietness again, or that peace, like all of a sudden the action is over. It's so like the contrast.
Now your adrenaline can calm down a little bit. We're good.
Okay, you guys, we can all take a breath.
Deep breath.
Ooh, we made it home again.
Serious Jason look. Ooh, I think that one's my favorite with the background.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever noticed that one. I'm going to have to get a still of that one for
Yeah.
us.
Back to Clay.
At least he goes and apologizes to Brian for being, like, mean or kind of...
Yeah, a little abrupt. He's starting to change a little bit, maybe see himself in a different way. Because he has a big chip on his shoulder because of his dad, of course.
I feel like on one end he feels entitled because of that, but on the other hand he's trying to like break away from it. So it's like this battle within him.
Well, his dad broke the, not secrecy, but, kind of the vow of brotherhood when he wrote that book. Follows Clay around.
I think this conversation is interesting if we think about season 6 and a conversation between Clay and Jason about what his life could mean. I love you, Brian.
The lighting is so interesting here because they're in shadow. They're, talking about some serious things, but there's a little ray of light behind them.
And even like, again, the camera, we're looking through the cage, then we're, not looking through the cage.
Yeah, we're over Clay's shoulder, like we're just kind of overhearing, eavesdropping.
Brian was such a good sounding board for Clay.
Yeah, Clay needed him. Where's he going, I wonder? Lisa.
And Mandy. Mandy distancing herself.
I love how she explains this.
My role here makes it complicated.
Her control issues, remember that statement?
Yes. Someone else has control issues as well.
Yeah. I wonder who.
Wink, wink. Jandy.
It would be tough to send people that you've gotten to know into the line of fire, and one of them might die. I wonder if she was part of the mission with Nate, to be honest.
Look at her face as she walks away. What was that? If she was on mission with... wasn't she on mission with them?
I don't think we ever find out.
Oh, you're right. We don't get introduced to her until the briefing room, so we don't know.
I mean, Mandy had a pretty serious face too there. That was rivaling Jason's. Maybe we should rate them.
Oh,
Who did
yeah.
it better, Mandy or Jason?
Oh my God, yes. Yes. Okay, we'll work on that.
We'll work on that one. Oh, he's saying sorry to Stella.
Clay is on an apology tour right now.
Yeah. And he brought a gift. A first edition. He does not make that much money. Yep.
I don't know if he quite understands either what he's buying book-wise. Should have confided in Mandy.
Yes, she knows a lot about literature and books.
The ladies on this show, they know how to give it, man.
Yeah. Well, you'd have to be with these guys.
So are you going to forgive him, Stella?
You know she will. She's got her eye on him.
Well, you drove all the way here, so
Might as well
why don't you come
in.
in? Makes sense. It's only the polite thing to do.
How did he find out where she lived? I can't remember now. Pretty nice apartment.
Wait, so Clay got flowers too?
He left her flowers with the roommate. Is that a plaid shirt she's wearing?
Kind of. It looks like it.
Somebody loves plaid and wardrobe. Uh-oh.
So it's our first sexy scene of the series.
Close your eyes, clutch your pearls.
Oh my god, rated R.
Just kidding, it was on CBS.
I know. It was network TV back then, you guys. We don't get a whole lot of intimate scenes per se on this show. I mean, I think Stella and Clay got a little bit more, maybe sexy time or whatever. And then later on when, Jandy finally comes along, we get a little bit, but...
Serious face again for Jason. Got a decision to make.
Oh my god, I'm going to have so much fun finding these stills.
Let it lay there.
The sacrifice we must do to look for David Boreanaz's serious face.
Oh my word, you poor thing.
Oh, how will I recover?
He makes the decision.
So, Jason, you went to the address on that GPS. And what do we have here? So there's like a light glowing on him, but she doesn't see him. Of course.
Yeah, I don't know how she misses him.
Jason, I'm just going to say it's a little bit creepy what you're doing right now.
Well, it's part of his job, reconnaissance.
Yeah, he's doing recon. So I think it's interesting. We get a picture. He sees this woman, and now you can see in his mind.
Yeah, what's going on?
It's like, oh my god. Like,
what's this all about?
Like, am I wrong about Nate? Like, I think you start to see a little bit of doubt come in.
Yeah.
We do get some more background to possibly who this woman is, and I think it's interesting background. But that's how we end it. We just end it with Jason, kind of seeing her and this look of like,
what do I do now?
Right, and it's not just about, I think, him. What now is going through his mind about Nate, but like,
yes. But to tell Alana,
what am I going to tell Alana? Like, you don't want to tell him, like, yeah, Nate stepped out, because, like, if he did step out, what is
Molly doesn't know right now.
Right. So, but that was episode 3, boarding party. It was definitely a party on that one.
A party of serious faces and working the problem.
A party of serious faces. Oh my god, the things we come up with for this show.
Well, there were some really great moments though. The shark bracelet, the shot through the porthole thing. I mean, there were some really good moments.
Yeah, I think they had a lot of, like you said, there's a lot of fun moments in this one. And I think, like I said too, this is kind of like a little bit, like I said, we did get a little bit more about Sonny, and like watching them all like rib him too, about his, fear of water,
Mhm.
sharks, and like, you
Yeah.
do know you joined the Navy, right? Like, and I'm always kind of curious to how I don't know if we ever really found out like why is like I don't think he's genuinely maybe afraid of all that stuff, but like as we go on in the series, I feel like he does a lot of reading of stuff and like, the random facts of things we get about like other scenarios when, maybe they have a jungle op or whatever. It's just like he's an interesting character too that I feel like there's a lot we never really got to explore, but
I like seeing the foundation of his friendship with Lisa in this episode. She's got his back, she's got the bracelet, she can rib him and have fun with him. She packs his chutes, and I just love the little foundation of friendship we see with those two.
I think like it also we saw like the foundation of friendship she has with like Mandy on the Mandy
Yeah.
front, and even
Mhm.
again like how seamlessly she is with the guys, and like
Yeah.
she's able to give it back to them, and like she's one of them, and that's really cool to see. So
Great
um,
episode, getting to know people a little bit better on the team. And of course, Jason and Plaid. And I mean, we did get a shirtless Clay scene too. We can't overlook
oh yeah,
that.
that was probably our first shirtless scene of anybody on here. Yeah, we don't have a ton. I don't think we
Well,
have
I
a
mean,
ton.
Ray's
Yeah.
shirt was a little bit tight, so we did get some
Yeah.
definition
Yeah.
there. I
He
mean, if we're
definitely always has tighter shirts. I swear this whole series. We're gonna have to like we'll keep track of it, you guys.
just a little bit of shallow to go along with the substance. But Mandy did look really smart in figuring out the Filipino thing as well. And
She reminds me again, I feel like I always kept seeing parallels, like watching her work the problem was very similar to like the way Jason is like
yeah,
he'll say something and Ray says something back and he's like, well, what about this? Blah 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 blah. And then you just like
right.
the mind just keeps churning. But the one thing about Jason I never get over is like how like it's so instant and like fast how he's like okay, we have a separate hostage situation, like what are we gonna do, and it's like, well, what about instantly Ray's like, oh god, I see that face right there. Like
And it seems impossible, but not for Jason Hayes.
no, not for the legendary Jason Hayes. So but yeah, that was episode 3. We hope you enjoyed it as usual. Tell us what you think. Come follow us on the socials: Instagram, X, YouTube.
And don't
If
forget
you,
to like and subscribe and tell your
yep,
friends.
yes, don't forget to like and subscribe. Tell everyone you know about us. Give us some love. And we're going to be back here probably in another couple weeks or whatever with another episode for you. So
Don't say probably. We
oh,
will. We're
well,
coming
we
back.
will. Yeah. I mean, I meant timeline wise, we should be. We're keeping to our every 2 week, posting
Yeah,
something right now. My schedule's a little bit crazy, but I'm fitting it in there because I like this time with us. So it's like
that's
my
right.
time to like relax and not think about like the other
Work.
million things I'm doing at
That's
work. So
right. Being
and
with your SEAL team
I
family
don't have to
is
think
better
about
than
the
work.
million pings I'm probably getting right about now about XYZ. And I'm like, I'll answer
That's
that late at night when no
that's
one's
right.
around to bother
We're
me.
appreciating the beautifulness of the SEAL team brotherhood.
Yeah, we got to. We have to.
It
I mean,
somebody's got to
why
do
else
it.
did they create the series? But yeah, so thank you again for joining us for another episode. Again, hit the like and subscribe. Let us know what you think, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
Jazz out.